It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Nemeton Brewery, and this is a bottle of their Blond. It's coming in at, let's have a look, 7% ABV in a 330 milliliter bottle, based in the Netherlands. I'm a big fan of their beer. I like their Ritual series of beers. They've been absolutely terrific. This is probably the lowest ABV beer that I've had from this company. They specialise in larger ABV beers, but what they produce with that larger ABV is terrific. Absolutely terrific. From barley wines to stouts to imperial stouts, it's all absolutely terrific. And I want to say a massive thank you to the brewery for sending me their range of beer. But not only just their range of beer, they sent me a load of the Strauss beers as well, which is a really, really lovely thing to do. This is the last beer I've got from the box that they sent us. So I want to give a massive big thumbs up and say thank you so very much to Nemeton Brewing Company for sending me this beer. So without further ado then, we got a black bottle cap. Let's get the beer out into a glass, see what we get. Ooh, did you see that? It was like a smoking gun going off. Look at that. Here we go. Look at the carbonation in the bottle now. Look at that. Wow. Here we go. I'm going to pour half quite carefully. I think we're going to have quite a carbonated beer here. I'm going to pour half of this, maybe a bit more than half. I'm going to get that lovely sediment rolled round in the bottom of the bottle. I'm going to throw it in the glass. There we go. All of that lovely bottled conditioned goodness has made its way into the glass. We got a 1 to 2 finger white head. You can see that carbonation, you can hear that carbonation. It looks great, really good, nice and hazy, light amber, close to straw coloured beer. Definitely looks like a blonde ale. Let's get the aroma on the beer then. Oh, yes. There are some kind of supermarket blondes that you can buy. I'm just going to name it. It doesn't matter, does it? You can buy Leffe. I don't mind Leffe. It's all right. I've had it in the perfect draft and it's been a splendid beer. But of course, it's made by Stella Artois. Leffe is owned by Stella Artois, and there's going to be an element of the beer not being so great as it could be. This is a blonde as I would fully expect a blonde to be. That lovely, lovely spiciness, pepperiness, certain dryness coming through, lots of kind of Belgian yeast flavours being produced, with the blonde being a Belgian style, of course. What I love about a really good blonde, and it's only something that I've picked up relatively recently, and I put the connection in place, is a Belgian blonde is the Belgians' version of a German Weizen. But it's scaled back. It's not German Weizen like full-on banana, full-on kind of ripe banana and clove and spices. It has it, but it's kind of reined in. The Belgian blonde style is a reined in version of a German Weizen, but the ABV is generally higher. Let's dive into this one. Cheers, everybody. Wow. It's really carbonated. Really carbonated. Our I'm not sure if you can hear that. We got like an 18-year-old cat, and we've recently found out it's gone deaf. So it'll wander around the house. It never used to make any noise whatsoever when it had hearing, but it now wanders around the house making all sorts of weird and wonderful, strange cat noises. When it first happened, it was in the middle of the night, and it scared the life out of me. I was like, what is that noise? So yeah, she can't hear herself making this noise, so she just makes lots of it. She normally lives upstairs, but she's made her way down into the living room. So if you can hear strange cat noises, then it's our really old 18-year-old cat. On with the review. It's really carbonated. It's a really, really carbonated beer. It has that slight ripe banana, that spiciness, that pepperiness. It's almost got a little bit of like orange peel going on in there. But what I like about the beer, and again it's a resemblance of the Weizen, is that it's got a nice creamy mouthfeel. Although it's very carbonated, this version of the beer, you really feel that carbonation pushing the beer on the inside of the mouth. And you could see that with the opening, that poof and the smoke. You could see it was quite a carbonated beer. There may have been a slight, what's the word? The secondary fermentation. I've had this beer a little while. Maybe it went over a little bit more than it should have done. But that's my fault. It's not the brewery's fault. That's my fault for holding the beer for a few months. But it's got a lovely creaminess to it. Really nice, creamy, banana-y, spicy, peppery, drinkable, very, very drinkable beer. You get a small touch of that 7% ABV alcohol rolling down the throat into the pit of the stomach. It's a terrific, terrific blonde beer. As I mentioned earlier, all of the beers I've had from Nemeton, the Ritual series beers, the blonde beer here, they've been wonderful. They've been absolutely wonderful. And what a generous, generous thing to do, to send a load of the Strauss beers as well from Belgium over to us. It has taken a little bit of time for us to get round to all of these beers, and I do apologise to any brewer that decides to send. The backlog, I talk about the backlog every now and again, the backlog has eased. We're nearly at the end of our current backlog. Generally when Christmas comes, we have another backlog to contend with. We get sent a lot of stuff at Christmas time. But yeah, it's just lovely, generous people out there, lovely, generous brewers who choose to support our channel by sending us beers. And I want to say a massive thank you to Nemeton for choosing to support us on the channel by sending us a load of their beers and other companies' beers from Belgium. Thank you very much. This beer is tremendous. I'm going to rate it. It really is a lovely beer. Great lacing. Great creamy mouthfeel, lovely blonde flavours coming through, spicy and peppery. We talked about all of that earlier on. I like that enough to give it a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. So 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!